A very good morning to everyone. Welcome to this 10th day of our second instant course on data handling. In this lecture, we have our speaker, Dr. Savindra Kumar, who has been playing a very active role as a host, but today he will be on the other side and he is our resource person. So please allow me a formal introduction of Dr. Savindra Kumar. He is an assistant professor in the Department of Botany at Zakir Husain Delhi College, University of Delhi. He holds a BSc and MSc in Botany from Chaudhary Charan University, Meerut, followed by an MPhil and PhD in Botany from University of Delhi. Over the year, he has been actively engaged in teaching subjects like psychology, microbiology, biostatistics, and biotechnology. Dr. Kumar's algae and seaweed applications for and has been involved in collaborative research and training programs. Beyond research, Dr. Kumar has taken parts in various administrative and academic responsibilities at his institution. He has also coordinated and organized workshops, conferences, and training programs. He has been recipient of fellowships and awards, including UGC Postdoctoral Fellowship and the Rajiv Gandhi National Fellowship. Additionally, he has been associated with professional bodies such as the Indian Phycological Society and the Delhi University Botanical Society. In his role as a teacher, researcher, and organizer, Dr. Kumar continues to contribute to academic growth and scientific exploration in the field of botany and biostatistics. Now, I invite Dr. Savindra Kumar to deliver his talk. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, sir, and thank you very much for these kind words. And good morning to all the participants on the 10th day of this certificate course on data analysis. Before I start, I will request if you have joined through the laptop or computer, please keep ready that data Excel sheet so that you can practice simultaneously. And today, as I'm the speaker for the session, you can interrupt in between. I will take care of both the things in between, and you can directly ask. So let me share my screen, and once it's visible, please let me know. Is it visible? Thank you, sir. Thank you. So there were last week we just focused on the basics of the Excel and its interface, how it look like, what are the different tabs, and how we can enter the data. And we in the second lecture we focused the data representation. But there were two more topics of the last week which one of our participants asked in the question answer session, but as time was not sufficient that time, that's why we have shifted this specific topic for today's session. So the first topic is creating a pivot table to analyze data. Before we start learning, we must know what is pivot table. A pivot table is a powerful tool to calculate, summarize, and analyze data for comparison, pattern, and trends in data. Pivot tables work a little bit differently depending on what platform we are using to run Excel. such as window, Mac, or other. So as I am working on window, so I have created this data for today's session so that you can learn how we can use the pivot table. Actually, I was also waiting for the India Today Mood of the Nation, and I was looking for that if I can get that data so that we can visualize how they are analyzing the same data using this pivot table. But unfortunately, that data is still not available for us. But whenever it is available, you can do the same thing. So this is the data of some company where there are some Ramesh, Suresh, Mahesh and other salesperson from the different region, and they were selling different kind of product like cookies, ice cream, chocolate, and it was in the next column it is showing their overall sales in lakhs, and it is showing in the last column it is showing the quantity in thousands. But if you will read it, it is having no meaning. It is very difficult to understand in which region which particular product was sold, or in which region the maximum sales was recorded, or in the who is that salesperson who were performed excellent in that particular time. But if we know that how to use pivot table, this data can have a altogether different meaning. So the first thing we will do, you can do simultaneously, we will select the entire data. And just look next to the home tab which is insert, click on insert and you will see pivot table. When you will click on the pivot table, this dialog box will open. You can use in the existing worksheet or you can use the new worksheet. I will suggest that you always use a new worksheet, because many times if you are new to use the pivot table or the Excel, it will be difficult for you to delete if it is you want further analysis in the same table. So whenever you are using the pivot table, always open in a new worksheet. Then click OK and it will appear like this. This is the interface of pivot table field, and here are all those column head which we have selected like date, salesperson, region, product or sales amount in lakh. So what we can do, we can select the rows, column, values as per our need. Like the first thing I will select the salesperson. The moment I will select the salesperson, the name of all the salesperson will start appearing. If I will select the product again, it will start showing the product. If I will select the sales amount in lakhs, in front of that it will start showing the sales amount. Okay, or if you don't if you also want to include the region, you can include the region as well. But doing this, it may be very difficult for you to understand. So what we can do, we can drag the region in column section. Just simply press the left key and drag, like just we drag and drop in our normal computer. You can drag it up to column. The moment you will drag it up to column, the table will appear like this. On the row table, you will find the names along with their different product, and the next columns will start showing the different region. And individually, it will show the sales in that particular region of all the product as well as the price or the sales of individual product as well. Okay, and in the end, you will also see the grand total. So depending upon how you want to present your data, you can change the columns or Like if you don't want the region on the column side, you can bring it back to the rows side. And you want the product should be displayed in the column, so you can display it in that way. Like these are the name and the region. And now in the next column, it will start showing the different product. And again, it is also displaying the auto sum. So this is a very good tools. The more complex data you will have, the more beautiful it will appear in using the pivot table. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you just simply practice it. If you also want to include the dates, you can also include the dates in row column. Okay? Or you can include the dates in uh, this. So it will start appearing January, February like this. So
Sir,
depending
have you
upon your
sent the sir? Have you
pardon.
sent the seat one? I didn't. Have you sent this seat one? I didn't get
No, no, no,
it
no. I
still
just
time.
said this
Okay.
pivot table.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let me do it one more time. Just let me, I'm deleting it completely so that
Oh, yeah.
it will not take much time.
Okay.
This was
Okay.
our
It's
pivot
fine.
table.
Yes.
Select the entire pivot table, click on insert, then select the pivot table option and make sure that you will use new worksheet. Click OK.
Okay.
Now automatically this sheet number will start
Got it.
appearing.
Got
Earlier
it.
it was sheet 1, now it is sheet 2. So you can just suppose you want to just want to show the region and their cells. So region can come on the road. So Delhi, Goa, Nagpur, Pune, and now the sales amount in column. Sorry, not column, sales amount in valued. So it will start displaying like this. In different region, what was the overall sales were there. If you also want to include the product, different product, so you can include it in rows or you can include it in column. So depending upon your need, you can display your data as per your requirement. Just dragging it from here to here, the display will be altogether different. If you also want to include the salesperson, you can include the salesperson on row or you can include the salesperson on column. So depending upon your need, the representation of the table will be as per your requirement. And the more you will practice, the more beautiful table you can prepare by using this very important tool, that is pivot table. I hope now it is clear. Or if you don't want to include anything, suppose you don't want to include the product, so simply just clicking, you can remove this field. Okay, or you can just bring it back by dragging it, or you don't want the salesperson to be included, so you can simply remove the salesperson. Now it starts showing only the different products in different region and their overall sales. Okay, and if you also want to include the quantity, that can be also added in the row column or in the row box or column box. So depending upon how you want to represent, it will represent it in that way only. Is it clear? Can we move to the next topic?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So I'm not sure how many of you are using the new version of the Microsoft Excel. But if you are using the Microsoft Excel, the last week, the graph we have displayed, there is one more graph which was earlier not possible to plot in the Microsoft Excel, and especially for that we have to use the R. Even for my research paper, I have used R only just because of this particular function or the representation of data, but now it is available. So you have to check whether it is available or not. The name of that plot is box plot. So suppose we want to display these five values. You can open the count worksheet, and in the insert tab, if you will they are the most common graph, but if you will click on the right bottom corner arrow, it will start showing all these permutation and combination of charts. And on this dialog box, there is one tab which is known as all charts. Click on all charts, and here you will see box and whisker, which if it is available, well and good. Otherwise, you can look for the laptop or the computer where it is having the advanced version of the Microsoft Office. So the moment you will click on the box and whisker plot, it will start displaying this box and whisker plot. The same way we have adjusted the formatted the axis. So the same way we can also format the axis here as well. 105. Okay. So I hope you know the meaning of this box plot. If you want me to explain, I can explain it. Otherwise, you can simply understand what these whisker and what these boxes are showing. If anyone want me to explain it, I will explain. Otherwise, we can move to the next item. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm unable to. Excel's, are you doing the same? Can the person unmute himself or herself? Okay.
When I'm clicking on pivot table, then the Excel is showing its data source is not available. I'm using the same data, sir, as you have provided.
Just can you practice it with simultaneously with me? Have you selected the entire data set initially?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just do it one more time for me. Select here. Just select the entire data set.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Selected.
Yes, sir.
Then click on the insert and then pivot table.
Yes, sir.
And once it is showing, just please read in the table range. It is showing the table data range, dollar sign A, dollar sign 1, semicolon, dollar sign F, dollar sign 101. It is showing the same.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then have you selected the new worksheet?
Yes, sir.
Just click on OK. It is the
Again,
same.
again, the same data source reference is not valid.
How it is possible? You are saying that the moment you are click on OK, what it is showing?
Data source, submit.
Data source.
Data source reference is not valid.
Okay, it's mean that like when you are selecting the pivot table, there is one or two alphabet are missing or additional data set. So you have to just simply check it properly, okay, whether this command is proper or not.
So I think I have selected everything.
Just read it for me. What is it is showing on the table or range?
Sir, what?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, pivot. Can you read it for me? What it is showing in your Excel?
Sir, please repeat. Sir, I think I should try it
Your,
once again.
your
Sir,
voice is breaking.
I want to say something.
Yeah, dear.
एक्चुअली जो आपने डाटा प्रोवाइड किया हुआ है ना, उसे एक्सेल में ओपन करिए और उसे मतलब अपने उसमें फाइल इसमें सेव करेंगे तो डेटा से करेंगे तो फिर नहीं होगा। मैंने ये करके देखा है, एक बार सेव करिए उसे,
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, okay.
फिर हो जाएगा।
Okay, it's mean that they just simply directly open it from the WhatsApp.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so if we, otherwise you can practice it when we have a break, and if the problem will persist, I will try to find out the possible reason. Okay,
So it's done. Thank you,
yeah,
sir.
welcome dear, welcome. So this is the way how you can prepare the box plot by using this advanced version. But it may not be available in all the Microsoft Excel. It is available only in the recently advanced and the full package of Microsoft Excel. So if it is available, you can practice it. Otherwise, you have to search for the laptop or computer which have this advanced version. Okay. So there is one thing. This is the dot. I was looking. Someone should ask me what this dot is representing. Why there is no dot over here? Okay. So you can find out the possible reason why there are some dots and why there are no dots. So if you have the answer, you can answer me. Otherwise, you can ask me in the question answer. Next to that, uh, we can use the analysis. It was the remaining item on the representation of data in the form of table or graph. Now we can start the analysis part of this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, dear.
Sir, can you please explain this box plot?
Okay, explain this box plot. I will explain it very briefly, otherwise it will take lots of time. So this is box plot depending upon the quartile values. So the bottom side is the Q0 and the box bottom side is your Q1, then Q2, center one. I will increase this. So I'm explaining in the orange one. This bottom's area is your Q0 or the minimum value. This is Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3, and this is your maximum value. So what does it, this box is showing? It is showing how the spread of data is appearing. So in all the box plot, the entire data set has been divided into 4 equal halves. But you can say why it is not equal over here, because 4 equal half in terms of their numbers, like there are 16 values. So the first 4 values are appearing around, I think it is showing 42 to 48. Then next 4 value from 52 to 63 and so on. And the center line is showing the median value. So if you want to compare these tables, so just listen carefully. In this data set, the maximum median value was recorded in data set C. Just you can see the center line is the maximum in data set C. Whereas minimum value was recorded in data set A. And in the data set A, the data set A is the more confined data towards its center value, whereas all 4 are having a very prominent spread throughout it. So this, in the same figure, there are many more information, like how the third part or third half of um, uh, 3/4 portion of this data set is spread. So it is having the minimum spread in this part, whereas in this box plot, the last 25% values are having the maximum spread. So these are the different information we can get this box plot. But for you, you can say that this center line is showing the median. The ends of these whiskers are showing the minimum and maximum value, and these dots are showing the outlier. Different tools have the different permutation and the algorithm to decide what is the outlier. But if any value is extremely higher than the median value, then that will be treated as outlier. It will not be included to making in this box plot. Like in this entire data set, all the values are there except this 57. All other values are less than 55. So that's why it is showing the 57 as an outlier. Okay. But you have to read a little bit to understand what is this outlier. Okay. So now we will start analyzing the things very quickly, as some of the analyzing pattern on Dr. Saita already explained in her lecture. So the first is formulas. Formula means if you want to simply want to add something like equal to sign, and here it is you want to add the 76 and 69. So 76 is B3 and 69 is B4. You have to write B3 plus B4. It will start appearing the total. So manually you can add, multiply, divide, subtract all the values. Or you can simply create a formula like equal to 4 plus 5. The moment you will enter, it will start showing 9. 15, 25 multiply by 45. Equal, but make sure that you have added the equal to sign. Then only it will treat it as a formula or function. And then if you will enter, it will show you the result over here. Okay. Now we will learn the basic function in Microsoft Excel. So I will request you can open the count worksheet again. I am deleting it for now. Suppose you want to count the overall numbers in this. It's a small data, you can easily count it. But if you want to count how many values are there, so simply press the equal to sign and just listen carefully. It is count, C-O-U, count. It will start showing this one. The moment you will select it, it will ask the values and we can select the values from the as per your need. जहाँ तक आपको चाहिए, you can select as per your requirement. Suppose we want to count all the values available in this data set. Select everything and press enter. Okay. But it will count only the number. In the table head, let me increase the slit font size. Okay. Suppose you also want to count, if you also want to count everything, even the column heads, let's see what it will display. It will still display the 225 because it will, the count function will count only the numbers, not any alphabet. Okay. Similarly, you can use counter function for non-empty cell or count blank. Suppose I am counting the count blank, COUNTBLA. It will start showing count blank. What it will count? It will count all the blank values. Let's see how many it will display. It will start displaying the 0 only. But the moment you will delete any value, it will start showing 1. If you will delete one more value, it will start showing 2. Or if you will delete 3, so it will start showing 3. So in the entire data set, suppose you have done some survey and many a time in the data set, we have some empty cells where the respondent didn't respond for that particular query. So how do we get to know that the response we got, are they from the entire data set or from a selected one? So suppose you out of 225, 3 were not responded for your survey, so you have to count it only from the 222. Okay, so this is the way you can use the different count function. There are some more count like count if, but that are depending upon your condition. If you want to put a condition, if you know how to use a count or count blank, you can also learn how to use a count if function. And the best thing of Microsoft Excel is the moment you will press the X equal to sign and write any command, it will guide you. Suppose I have write count and select the count, it will show what it will display. Count the number of cells in a range that contain easily can find out which function we should use to take out the actual meaning what we are looking for. Now the average function. There are some message. So there are some message from my WhatsApp that some of the participants are not able to join, but still there are only 78. Let me type. You can join. Okay. So now if you want to calculate the basic statistical analysis like average, mode or median. So what we can do? So you can open the average one. It is the same data, but I have selected only a limited data from the data set, only the first four column. The moment you will calculate the equal to sign, write average AVER, it will start showing the different average, average of range, its arrangement, average ifs, the average. So, but the most common is the average. So you can select the average. If you will select the entire data set, it will show the overall average of this A, B, C, D. Okay. But if you don't want this, you can simply equal to sign, press average, and then select only a single column and press the enter. Now it is showing only the average of this particular column. So it would be better if we can write it in just after this. Control V and make it a bold and red in color with slightly. Okay. So now you can easily can see that this is the average of column A. If you also want to calculate the average of B, C and D, there is no need to go calculate it separately. Simply look for the bottom right corner. The moment it will start showing the plus sign, you can drag it like this. And it will automatically calculate the same thing, whatever you have calculated over here for the consecutive columns. So 60.9 is the average of D column, 66.6 is the average of C column, 65.5 is the average of D column and so on. So once you have calculated the average of one column, easily that same thing can be calculated for other column as well, just dragging the right bottom corner when it will start showing the plus sign. Okay. Like the average, you can calculate the median as well. Like suppose in the next column, we want to calculate the median equal to median. So it will start showing the median. Again, select the range where you want to calculate the median. It will start showing the median. Let's take it in a different color, green color, bold. And simply, if you will drag it one more time, so these are the median value of data set B, C, and D. Similarly, you can calculate the mode or other basic function. Okay? Like in this sheets, I have just selected only the first column. And if I want to select the standard deviation, you can see that you will that all the function command will be displayed on this dialog on this in this box. So it is the command is stdevs because it's a sample A2 to A16. So if you want to calculate the standard deviation of this, you have to use this command. You can directly click. I have already counted it for you, and I will repeat it one more time. Equal to standard deviation of sample. Okay, standard deviation of sample. You will select it. So again, the same thing. It will start displaying the same value which is displaying over here. Similarly, you can calculate the variance, geometric means, harmonic mean, kurtosis, skewness, minimum value, maximum value. So all these commands I have already shared with you in the Excel sheet. You can save that sheet as a master sheet and practice it by changing the different permutation and combination. Okay. Similarly, in the next, which is the partitioning value, you can where we have used the percentile or we have decile to like minimum value, maximum value, whatever percentile we have used. Okay, maximum value, median value, it is a 0.5 percentile, 0.75 percentile, 0.8 percentile. So whatever percentile you want to use, you can use these command and it will start displaying over here. Okay. Even similarly, you can also calculate the quartile value, quartile 0, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and quartile 4, which is your maximum value. So this is the way you can calculate the different partitioning value in your data set. You can calculate it column wide, you can calculate it row wide, or you can calculate it for your entire data set. Okay. Is there any doubt? Please let me know. Okay. But suppose you don't know, like here I have already given you the standard deviation, variance, geometric mean, harmonic mean, kurtosis, skewness, minimum value, maximum value. Just imagine that we are not sure that what command we should have for standard error. So you can simply type standard error, but it is not showing that. And we are unable to find out how we will get to know what is the right command for standard error. For that, Excel also have easy things for us. The moment you will press the equal to sign, here it is a name box. Just on the ribbon box, next to the ribbon box, you will see a name box. Like here it is showing the Pearson. If you will click on it, it will also the PMT, sum, average, if, hyperlink, count, maximum, sin, sum, if. But here still we are not finding the standard error. So what we can, where we can find it out? More function. The moment we will click on the more function, it will start showing this dialog box. And in this dialog box, either we can simply search it here, what is the possible command out of these hundreds of different commands. Otherwise, we can simply shorten our search by writing standard error and click on go. It will start showing the standard error. This is the command for standard error. Now you can select it and you can select the X and click on OK. Error. Standard error of mean. Error of Standard error. Why it is not coming? Let me select non X. There is some problem. Let me check for some other function. Standard error. I will search it. Why it is not showing? Just suppose we want to select the more function like sum, average, Pearson is here, count here, sign. We want to calculate the standard like minimum value. It is not showing the minimum value. It is only showing the maximum value. So just in the more function, search for the minimum value. Don't worry for standard error. I will find out the command for you how to find it out. Minimum value. So here it is minimum. Select this minimum. It will start showing the minimum value in this data set. Similarly, you can find out the maximum value or other. There are many more statistical tools which are available here, but it will start appearing only when you will press the equal to sign. It may be readily available, the recently used, or it out in the more function. Okay? Find it out in the more function. By just simply typing correlation, regression, Spearman, Pearson, whatever you want to search, it will be, if it is available in the Excel, it will start showing this thing. Okay? Like, just imagine we don't have, for this, we don't have this Pearson. Although it is showing Pearson, but we just imagine that it's not appearing over here. So what we can write over here, Pearson. Let's see. Yeah, Pearson start display. Click on it. Array 1 means it is asking for the one column data. Array 2 means it's asking for the second column data. Okay. So this is about the things which are available either on dialog box, or we can simply use the pivot table, or we can okay, one more thing is there before I will have a break. There is one more item which was, yes, suppose you have selected this one, and if you are having the advanced version, last time we just analyze or have a quick look on this quick analysis tool, but still instead of formatting charts, tables and sparkline, there is one more, that is total. So if you will click on this total part, so it will be immediately start showing the column wise total, column wise average, column wise count, column wise percentage, column wise running total, or column wise sums, row wise sums, and there are row wise sum, row wise average, row wise count, row wise percentage, and row wise running total. So this is very good quick analysis that without even searching for any function, we can quickly analyze all the different sums or running total for the entire data set. So you can also use it along with the different formatting or charts or table format which is available in this. So this is all about for the first lecture. Please let it out right now till now. Otherwise, in the next session, we will discuss about the quick analysis quick analysis using the data analysis tab. Like till now, we were using the individual command. If we want to count the mean, we have to use a separate command. If we want to count the median, we have to use the separate command, or median separate command. There is a magic tools also available in the Excel that will calculate all the things of a data set in just single click. For that, we will have a 5 minutes break. In this 5 minutes, You can practice it, and if you are having any difficulty, you can simply unmute yourself and ask me. Otherwise, I will start my second lecture after 5 minutes. Yes, better. Partitioning value. Okay, like if you will see, I hope all of you all heard about the percentile. Percentile means if there we have 1,000 different data, a data set of 1,000 value, so we can divide it into in 100 equal parts. Means after arranging them in ascending or descending orders. Normally we arrange the data in ascending order. So when you will arrange the data in ascending order, out of 1,000, what are those first 10 value, what are those next 10, 50. So in percentile, we are dividing the entire data set into 100 equal parts when we have arranged them in ascending or descending order. Like अगर हम बात करते हैं, suppose there are 1 lakh 1 lakh participant in an exam, and how to decide their marks. So the topper got 83% marks. So what we can do, the first 1,000, the top 1,000, all of them will get 99 or above percentile if the total number of participants are 1 lakh. Or if the total number of participants are around 50,000, then the top 1 percentile will be have only the top 500. So whatever the numbers are there in the entire data set, you have to divide into 100 equal parts. And then you can say the top one are the 99 percentile and above, top, and the next 100 are will 98 to 99, the next will be 97 to 98 percentile. Okay. Similarly, quartile here, instead of 100, we have divided the entire data set into 4 equal half. What are the bottom 25%, the next 25%, or next 25% and top 25% of this data set value. If we are dividing in the decile, that will divide the entire data set in 10 equal halves. So this is the way how we can divide. Okay. Any doubt?
I'm repeating this question one more time. Is there any
Got it, got
formula
it, got it,
or
got it, got
command
it, sir.
for
Got
round
it.
up the number?
Round up the number exactly, but it will start displaying the round up number. Like suppose I am typing 13.7 visible to everyone. This 13.765. If we don't want the value up to 3 decimal, home ribbon tab, there is subgroup which is number, and in the number you will see this increasing or decreasing. So if you will keep on pressing, it will remove the decimal of, if it will bring the actual decimal. But the value will remain same. You will decrease it. It is displaying the 14, but actually it is 13.765 only. आपको दिखेगा 14, लेकिन इसकी वैल्यू जो काउंट होगी मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड जो भी एनालिसिस करोगे, this value will be treated as 13.765. Any more? चलिए हम 5 मिनट का गैप लेते हैं. Meanwhile, let me search for that why it was not showing the standard error. Directly, standard error is there, but Not, I'm not sure about the whether it's a direct command or not. In data analysis, it will automatically display. Meanwhile, participant can mark their attendance. Yes, sir, you were right that there is no single command for standard error. I am coming in 5 minutes. Sir, can we restart? Okay. So let me share my screen one more time.
I request all the
Okay.
participants one more time, please mark your attendance because this is a very essential criteria to get a valid certificate. Over to you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So now we will learn. Yeah. Okay. So now we will learn how to use the data analysis tab in which is an add-in function. So if you will see, it may be available if you already have someone have add-in it. If it is not available, I will show you two things depending upon what version you are using. But what the moment it is available on the ribbon tab, it will help you out to ensure that the entire analysis can be done in single command. So to add the data analysis, you can do it simultaneously. Click on file. If it starts showing the option, select that. If it is not showing, then click on more and then click on options. The moment it is showing the click on option, just find out the add-ins. Here you will find the add-ins. Click on this add-in and where in the manage, click on Excel add-ins. Click go and now select these tool packs, analysis tool packs and click on OK. Yeah, it's available. Once you will do it, under the data tab, this magic tool of data analysis will start appearing. Please install it first. And if you are facing any problem, please let me know. In case you are using an older version, so again, here I can't show you the same thing. Here what you have to do, you have to click on file, then click on options, then again click on the add-ins and it will show the same thing, Excel add-ins, and again you have to choose the tool packs. Okay, and it will be readily available under data analysis, under data as a data analysis tab. To take this entire data set on a, like, yeah, I have selected this entire data set and I want to calculate the average, mean, mode, median, standard deviation, standard error, range, kurtosis, skewness, and many other things. So all those basic descriptive analysis can be done in single command without remembering even one of them. There is no need to remember any command. After selecting it, click on data analysis. The moment you will click on the data analysis, there are many things, but the first item we will learn, that is descriptive statistics. Click on descriptive statistics, then click on OK. So the first thing, please listen it carefully. The range you want to analyze, you can select it as per your requirement. Suppose you want to analyze only ABC, or you want to analyze ABCD up to H, or you want to select the entire data set. Here you can group them, like here by default we have select them as a column wide, or you can select them as row wide as well. Then you have to select the summary statistics, and selecting from A1 we should select it from A2, because it can analyze only the numbers, not any alphabet. Then click on OK. So it had analyzed all the columns one by one. You can see. So like column 1, mean value, let me increase it. Column 1, mean, standard error, median, mode, standard deviation, sample variance, kurtosis, deviation, and confidence level. So you can calculate all the basic descriptive statistics in one single click. And you have selected it column wise, so it has displayed the entire data set as a column wise. Like, we will repeat it one more time. Suppose this is our data set. Control C. This is our data set, and we want to analyze it. So again, what we have to do, click on the data analysis, select the descriptive statistics, select the range you want to analyze. Once it is selected, make sure whether you want column wise or row wise. Right now we will analyze it column wise, and then summary statistics, confidence interval level, and click on OK. So now in the next sheet, it will start displaying all these parameters: mean, mode, median, standard deviation, standard error, all column wise. But suppose you don't want it column wise, you want it row wise. So let me do some permutation combination change. Yeah. Suppose now you have data like this, and you want all the analyzes like this. They are A, B, C, D. Like, let me write it: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay. So now you want the analysis row wise. So again, you have to select it, click on the data, click on data analysis, click on descriptive statistics. Now, while selecting it, make sure that you will select the data you want to analyze. Then instead of column, you can analyze it by row wise. And the rest of the things will remain same. Click on OK. It will start showing the different rows: row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So all these basic statistics can be done in a single click. Okay? Just we have opened the worksheet of correlation and regression. You can open it simultaneously with me. Click on data analysis and find out what you want to calculate. You want to calculate the correlation. Simply calculate the correlation, and you have to select this data set.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. I think we can select the first
Yes,
row
sir.
also, and then we can label it in first row, so it won't be any problem. But please check that also.
Okay, let me check first. Hmm, okay, you want to say that see whether it will display or not. Yes, thank you so much, sir. Yes, now it will start showing the label of the road as well. Thank you so much, sir, for adding this thing. So now if you want to also display the name of the row or the column, you can simply select the row label or column label. So it is one more advancement in data analysis tab. Now if we want to like t-test, correlation पहले ही कर चुके थे तो इसलिए t-test करते हैं. But correlation is also directly available in on the direct tools. So we will see the t-test. I hope everyone knows about the t-test. If anyone have any doubt, paired t-test, unpaired t-test, one tailed, two tailed. If there is any doubt, I will try to briefly explain. Or should I directly start it? Okay. So I think there is no doubt. Actually, t-test explain that whether there is any difference in the mean value or not. Like these are the boys of marks. These are the marks of boys student and the marks of girls student in a class. And if we want to see, is there any significant difference? The word significant means when we can confidently say that 90 out of 100 times or 95 out of 100 times, your confidence level, the same thing which was explained by Rao sir, that confidence level tell us how many percentage we can accept it. Like if we are saying 90% confidence level, it means that 90 out of 100 times it will be same. So if you will just simply calculate the average of boy marks, so it is showing the 65, average of girls marks, it is showing 68. Okay. So in terms of number, they are different. One can say yes, girls are having more marks compared to boys. But these marks are actually different or not. Means on an average, a girl will secure more marks than boys or not. That will be decided by t-test. And this kind of analysis is known as two-tailed, one unpaired t-test. So how we can do that? Simply select this data, data analysis, t-test. Yeah. You will see t-test paired to sample for mean, t-test to sample assuming equal variance, and t-test assuming unequal variance. What is equal or what is unequal? That you have, it's a theoretical part, you can study it. But here I can say that if the number of observations are same, you will select the equal variance. If they are like there are 10 boys or 12 girls, then you have to find out whether there is a equal variance or unequal variance. But we know that these are two-tailed, two sample, assuming equal variance, we will have to select this. Click on OK. Variable range 1. In the first range, we have to select the boy marks. In the second, we have to select the girls marks. If you want the labels, okay, label, if we have selected the boy marks and girl marks, it will also show the label. So let's select that as well. So we can select the range 1, girls marks, 0.5, new worksheet, okay. Click on OK, yes. Here it will show the mean value of girls, mean value of boy marks, their variance, their observation, their pooled variance, hypothesized mean variance, degree of freedom, t value. Okay. Now this t value t table that I'm not going to explain here because it will take lots of time. But you can check it in the t value and check whether this different what we are observing 65 and 68 it is more or less. I will try to explain in this t test, like instead of having this much of spread, if we will decrease the spread like 76 को हम कर देते हैं 68, 76 को कर देते हैं 68, 76 is 67, 66, 68, 68, 65. What I am trying to do, I am trying to minimize the variability. Yeah. Now you can see that earlier it was 65 and 68. In terms of number, that the difference was more compared to 66. But if we'll count it now, what will happen? Let's check. Same way, we have to select the first. We have to select the second one. Rest of the things are same. Now, you can check it. Yeah. Mean value are almost like 65 and 68. In this sheet, it is showing 65 and 66. Variance. Earlier, we didn't made anything change in the boys marks, but the girls marks were more fluctuating in the first data set, whereas the variance was very low in this case. Both observations same. Pooled variance was also decreased. Earlier it was 69, now it is only 18. And the degree T statistics were also decreased. So all these parameters will explain you, like if we will do more changes in this T test, like if we will make every value near to 66 and do this change one more time. I will make it 66, but 66.65. There should be no value less than 65, 66.5. I don't think there is no any value less than that. Yeah, I have just changed these two values. Let's see what will happen now. Yes. Now you can, the T value has been increased. T value has been increased. Variability decreased, T value increased. Just check. Is it clear? Minus means just forget about the sign. It is 1.136 whereas earlier it was 0.5. In the initial case, it was 0.9. But now you can see that difference is very less, but the t value is had been increased. Why it is so? Because t value depends the difference we whether in comparison to the variability it is more or less. If there is more variability in the data set, the t value will be low. If we will have less variability, even a small difference will may have a more bigger impact. Just I will give you an example, like 98 and 99. For most of us, they are no difference. But the moment we are adding the on an average a population body temperature is 98.3 and on an average a body temperature of other population is 99. Now every one of us can easily assume that the other population is suffering from some disease. That's why their body temperature is above than normal. And if we will calculate the t value will be much higher in that population. I hope it is clear. If there is any doubt, you can ask. I took little bit of time just to explain why this t value will increase or decrease. Yeah, there is one more. Similarly, we can calculate the t value before and after. Just simply data analysis, just checking, clicking on the paired two sample t test. It is very important for biological student when they want to see if there is any effect of any drugs or any experiment or any physical or chemical parameter on our plant or on our animal. Suppose if we want to check the heartbeat after a certain test, so the initial these were the heartbeat and after that these were the heartbeats. So now we want to check is there any significant difference between these two heartbeat before and after our experiment. For that we have to select this t value paired to test sample for means. Okay, and similarly we can select the unequal variance if our variance are different and the observation are also not same. So that can be easily done by using this data analysis tab. Where is that? I have added so many tables. Yeah, it's here. Now come back to that, yeah, average table. Come back to that average table. Suppose these are four different varieties and these values are the showing the particular production of those varieties in 15 different sample, and we want to see is there any significant difference between these observation or not. So what we can do, either we can check through the t-test or there we can select the ANOVA. We can select the ANOVA. So how we can do it? Simply data analysis. This is a very important test. Select the ANOVA single factor or ANOVA two factor with replication. So we have selected the ANOVA. Input range. We have selected the everything and label in the first row and select OK. So if you know the ANOVA table single factor, you can easily analyze it. But I'm not going to explain it here. When you will learn what is ANOVA or analysis of variance, this entire table will be easily and you can easily understand what all these meaning values are explaining. So, but here we are only learning how to make this ANOVA table. Okay, so this is the one way we can use the data analysis. And the last thing for today is the regression. The regression analysis. We will use the same data for this. Before we move, you can unmute yourself and let me know if there is any doubt. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat the
Again,
previous one? Actually, I missed
which
that one.
one?
ANOVA.
ANOVA?
Yes.
Okay, okay, it's very simple. Let's take, yeah, okay. We can use this as well. We have the 15 different varieties, and these are the, just imagine, like these are the weight of the 15 randomly selected seeds of those varieties. And if we want to see, is there any difference in the overall seed weight of that variety or not? So what we can do, either we can have a permutation and combination of different t-tests. We can have a difference between A and B, A and C, but it will take lots of effort because there will be multiple permutation and combination. But the same thing can be done by using a single command, which is known as data analysis. Simply click on data analysis, and we are using only the single factor. You can use the single factor, or you can also use the two factor. So, but we are using only the single factor. Click on OK, and you can select the data. You can select the data, complete data set, label. You can change the confidence level or alpha level, 0.05 or zero point 0.1 or 0.01, whatever confidence level you want to take, you can take it. Click on OK, and it will start displaying the summary and ANOVA table. Okay, so this is the one way to analyze this. Entire analysis is known as analysis of variance. It is not easy for me to explain all these things for those who are new to analysis of variance, but if you are well aware about what is ANOVA table and if you are having any doubt, you can ask. I can explain. This is SH stand for sum of square MS. I hope if you already knew what is analysis of variance, it will be easily understandable for you. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have reached to the last point. Last point for today's session. Although there are many more things in Excel, and 1 month is not sufficient for even for only for Excel. But I am trying to explain only those things which are very essential for our students and our teachers. So linear regression analysis can also be done. Last time I explained how we can use it by using the normal scatter diagram, but we can also analyze the regression by using this data analysis tab. Let's see where it is, regression. Yeah, it's here. Regression. You have to select the regression. You have to input the Y range, input the X range. You can input the Y range and then input the X range. But if you have selected the column head, make sure that you will select the label. Confidence level 95, output range that you. If you want the plot, if you want to line of the best fit, whatever things you want in your regression analysis, you can select it. And it will start displaying like this. Just a second. Okay. So like earlier we have done, we can rearrange the data by format that so that it will be more meaningful. Minimum value we can select 15, and here the minimum value we can select the 50. Okay. So this orange line is showing the your predicted value, and these blue dots are showing the actual values. So all these orange line, if you will plot a, there is one more option in there where you can make it as a, like here it is not showing format. Yeah, it must have quick. Yeah, it is here. The moment you will select the quick layout, you will see that these orange are on the same line. It means that we can predict that this is our trend line, and this equation is your regression equation where y is the dependent value and x is the independent y axis and x axis. Then it will start showing the uh, weight as a dependent and age and independent. Actually, that should be the correct one. Our weights depend upon our age, not our age depend upon weight. किसी भी इंसान का जो वेट है उसकी एज पर डिपेंड करता है, ना कि एज वेट पर. But because we are just using the numbers, so it will analyze whatever we will give input. It's up to us what we want to display. Like here I have done a mistake that instead of weight I have selected age as dependent value. Otherwise age should be an independent. Weight is dependent. R square is showing the covariance. Okay. So these are all things you can understand by using this regression analysis tools. Why it is showing that thing? Let me see. Yeah, there was some mistake. I have selected the wrong one. I have clicked 1. So I square can't be 1 because the maximum value of correlation is 1. So R square can't be 1 because we can see there is a variability in this. Our predicted value and observed value are different. The more variability these value will have, the more difference we will have in the covariance. I mean, it will be the value will be towards 0. They are more closer to this orange line or orange dot, their R square value will be more closer to 1. So that's it from my side for these two lectures. Please let me know if you have any from the previous lecture or from today's lecture. Oh, I switched on my camera. Yes, anyone? You can type.
I request participants to please raise their queries.
Okay, there is no query, so there must be one query at least for standard error. So meanwhile, if there is no query, so I will show you one more time my screen, and then we will have a break of 5 minutes. Okay, like yeah. Suppose we want to find out the standard error of these column A. So what we can do, because there is no direct formula in Excel, either we have to go for the data analysis, but we don't want that. So what we can do, we can simply calculate the standard deviation equal to standard deviation of sample. Okay, this is the standard deviation of the sample. We knew that the total number of observations are 15, otherwise we can simply count the number of by using the counter function. Here the values are very small, that's why it seems that why we are using these things. We can manually calculate it. Just imagine there are hundreds of different observation and there are some missing value, then these count blank and count function will help. And we knew that the standard error is equivalent to standard deviation divided by square root of total number of observation. So first we have to calculate the square root of total number of observation. So square root is, it's not available, that I am 100% sure it is available here. Square root, yeah, square root is here, number is 15 and this is the square root. Now we can easily calculate this by simply equal to this value divided by this value will display, and this is your standard error of your sample A. So I can write this is standard deviation, this is the value of n, this is the square root n, so small n, and this is your standard error. So even if you don't have the direct formula in Excel, but you know how to use it, you can create your own formula and make it more meaningful or more presentable as per your requirement. So this is all about for Microsoft Excel from our side. Sir, I think there is no more question, no question. आप पूछना तो आप पूछ लीजिए सर. Okay. Yeah, let me check whether we can make that or not. God, I didn't try that. Okay. Yes, we can do that. So let me share one more time for only for 5 minutes, not more than that. Is it visible? Okay. So there is one more graph, and I willingly didn't explain that because in like the your box plot, this option may not be available in that in your laptop. But if it is available, you can also make it as per your convenience. Like insert chart. In older version, it may not be available. All chart, click on histogram. You can select the histogram. Okay, so it will start displaying a by default histogram. But as you know that this type of histogram has no meaning, so you can again format the axis. You can change the bin width. So instead of 24, you can have the gap of 5. So you can make histogram like this. Surprisingly, there is no value between. Yeah. There is no value between 66 to 71 and 71 to 76. No, no, there are values. There must be somewhere. I can see 71 is here. 72. No, sir, I think there is some issue with my laptop. That's why I didn't explain. So leave it because I have checked this and it was not displaying all the value in histogram. Like here, I have made value like 77, 72 or 73. That should be reflected over here. Why? I'm not sure why it is not reflecting. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, okay. See, like, let me make it more meaningful. Because the moment I am changing this up to 5, if it is 10, then it will be no problem. This hanging. Okay, I will explain this way only. So here it is showing, yeah, these are the number of values which falls in this range 41 to 65. And here it is showing 65 to 89 and 89 to 113, means there is a fixed gap of 24. I tried with the gap with the 5, but I don't know why it was showing some, it was not showing some value. But histogram is actually a continuous data where y and x axis are both are having meaning. Whereas in case of bar diagram, in x axis you can have any name or any non-numeric value as well. Like you can have the population of Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, okay, in different bars. But here it is showing the frequency of an observation in a particular class interval. Like the class interval is here is 41 to 65, 65 to 89, 89 to 103. And this height is showing how many values are lying between under these observation. Okay. So this is the way you can calculate it. I think I got the reason why it was not displaying. Let me check. Let me check. I got it. I think it will take only the value in single column, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Okay. So if we want the histogram of this entire data, we should write all the value in one column. One column like this. Control X, Control V. Okay, like how now we have. So that was a mistake from our side because histogram cannot be made in both the direction. All the values should be in one column. Now we can make it. So now it is showing the difference of 14. If we want to change it up to 10, we can change the value up to bin by changing the bin with 10. And if we want any value, just a second, it is taking time. Yeah, there is no value 80 to 90, just put it 88, it will start displaying. Yeah, you can say. So this is the representation of data where we have arranged all the value in ascending or descending order, and in a particular class interval how many values are lying under that. Like out of these 30 observation, 15 observation are from 40 to 50. There are 6 observations which lie between 50 to 60 value, and so on. Whereas in case of bar diagram, there is no such limitation. We can have any name like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, or we can have the different carbohydrate content in different food or fruits. So bar diagram is actually representing only a certain value in a particular observation, whereas it is the representation or the classification of the data based on their class interval, and how many observation will lie under that classification will be displayed through this histogram. But should take care that all the values should be in one column, then only it will display, otherwise it will by default take only the first column. Is it clear? Now, any more question? That yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So please mark your attendance for second time for today. Today we will take 3 attendance. So make sure that you will write your name. We will have a 7-minute gap.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Savindra,
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, should I start the lecture or the students will be given
No,
some
no,
brief?
no, ma'am. No. Please wait because it was a hectic session for them for 2 hours. So we have given them 5 minutes break. So
Okay,
we
sir.
will start at 2. We will call you, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Ishan, we can start.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
All right. Thank
Ma'am,
you.
ma'am, can you hear him? Veena, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I can hear.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to our skill enhancement course. And so, welcome back. So now our this session, the second speaker is Dr. Veena Ghuriani. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ghuriani serves as Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science at Maitreyi College, University of Delhi, and over 25 years of distinguished her contributions span teaching, research, and institutional leadership, reflecting a deep commitment to both disciplinary excellence and educational innovation. Her research interests encompass artificial intelligence with numerous publications in peer-reviewed journals, leading academic conferences. She has also co-authored several and those chapters, further enriching the scholar discourse in her field. Dr. Ghuriani has been a resource person for various faculty development programs, certificate and workshops, honored with Indo-Asian Eminent Teacher Award in 2021. Academic initiatives are complemented by active mentorship of undergraduate research projects in emerging domains such as genomics, climate action, and digital globally. In addition to her academic engagements, Dr. Ghuriani plays a pivotal administrative role as the nodal officer of College Center at Maitreyi College, position she held since 2022 under the National Education Policy Framework. Through this role, she has contributed significantly to the institution's capacity building and strategic development. We are delighted to have Dr. Ghuriani with us today, and we look forward to her insights and expertise as she engages with our participants on the evolving landscape of data analysis. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Rahman, for the kind introduction, and thank you, Dr. Savindra, for inviting me for this certificate course. It is my pleasure to join all of you and guide the students of the certificate course. I really hope that the use of AI in Microsoft Excel. And what I know from your schedule is that all of you have just attended the talk on Microsoft Excel by Dr. Savindra. So this lecture, my lecture is in continuation with whatever you have done in Excel. So when we are trying to incorporate AI in Excel, we are aware there are so many tools these days which help us to work on all the applications of Microsoft, be it Office, PowerPoint, Word, Excel. But when we talk about data analysis, it is basically Microsoft Excel that comes to our mind. Yes, many of you must be from the computer science background and they must have used Python. I think I have seen that in your schedule you have Python also. Introduction to Python is also lined up. So using Excel, the data analysis can also be done. Whatever you have studied till now in Excel, be it statistical analysis, be it predictive analysis, exploratory analysis, everything is possible in Excel. And AI comes to our help. Even if we are not an expert in Excel, we can use several AI tools to do our analysis. So in my lecture today, I'll be introducing to you many of the AI tools that we are using. Some we are already aware of and other are little technical, but they are very, very easy to use. So I'll start my lecture. I have some spreadsheets, some sheets that I've already prepared. I'll be sharing my screen with all of you. And I'll be switching off my camera for the seamless conduct of the session and so that there is no technical glitch because of the video transmission. Please give me a moment, I'll share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm just opening a small sheet that I had prepared for practice and demo. You can see that it has some columns giving dates, sales representatives, shift, cost price, selling price. So what we need to calculate is the profit percentage, the commission, and weekday. Right. So in order to do so, those who have already worked on Excel, it is very easy for them to know how the profit is calculated. So profit we know is basically selling price minus the cost price. But in case if we are not from this background or sometimes it happens that we are not very sure of the formula, what kind of formula we have to apply in Excel. The first basic tool that I'm sure all of you must be using is basically ChatGPT. So the first thing I would suggest for any naive user who is not very confident about Excel is basically using ChatGPT, right? And how you can do it is basically put your query in ChatGPT. I hope you're aware that ChatGPT and other, there are several, LLMs these days which are being used for generative AI. And generative AI is basically uh, area of AI where we are able to give commands in natural language, right? And it understands and responds accordingly. So what I'm doing is I have opened Chat GPT over here, and if I simple write, share the formula Excel formula for calculate when selling price and sorry for the mistake in spelling and cost price are given, right? So actually the most important thing in Chat GPT is what prompt you are giving, right? So prompt is very important. You have to be very, very specific about the prompt you give. So you can see that to calculate profit in Excel, when you have selling price and cost price CP, you will use the formula SP minus CP. And here they have given the example with respect to certain cells, right? So cell address you are aware of now. Selling price is in cell A2 and cost price is in B2. So you'll have to apply this formula. So we did not actually use the formula directly. We are making use of an AI tool, ChatGPT, to know the formula that is to be applied. So here we know that selling price minus cost price is the formula that I have to apply. So you can use this formula directly over here, right? And just simply write this formula, selling price minus the cost price, and that gives you the value. I hope you're aware of that. This is a very basic formula I just took. I was just trying to show you over here that you can make use, you can get the Excel formula from ChatGPT also, right? Now, in this case, you can say that I got the formula from ChatGPT, applied it on one cell, and then it gave me an autofill option in which I selected and got the values for all the rows that I have used over here. Similarly, if I want to calculate the profit percentage, right? So profit percentage, if you want to calculate, again, you can from Chat GPT, okay? And write that in continuation, since it is in continuation for what I am doing above, I'll just write in continuation to the calculation of the profit. Give Excel formula for calculating the profit percentage.
अबे यार बहन चोद। एक मिनट बताने के दूसरा
1 second, ma'am. Participants, please switch off your microphone. There is one participant, Akanksha Negi. Please switch off your microphone. Thank you. Carry on, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So you can see the formula. They have given the civil basic formula over here, profit divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Or if you want to talk in terms of the cell addresses, it is given here also. So since the profit is already calculated, we just calculated profit, we can apply this formula, the cell of the profit, cell address of the profit divided by the cell address of the cost price multiplied by 100. This is what we have to do, or we can directly take the formula over here. But always remember that it is giving you certain indicative cell addresses, and you have to put in the correct cell address to get the correct answer. So what I have to do is profit divided by cost price over here. So I just go to this particular cell and use this formula. So you have profit divided by the cost price, right? Multiplied by 100. So this gives me the profit percentage. Here it is giving me the suggestion to autofill all the cells, which I select. So this is how you calculate the profit percentage. And here the formulas we are making use from the Chat GPT, right? So Chat GPT comes to our help when we are not sure about the Excel formulas, right? In fact, this is, you must have seen that now Excel, if I'm talking about Excel, it also has certain inbuilt AI tools because of which it will automatically prompt. When we were calculating profit, it was automatically giving us some kind of formula that it was presuming that will be of use to the user, and hence it was giving us some formula. So that is actually the inbuilt AI that is there in Google Sheets and Excel. I'm really sorry, I actually did not mention that I'm making use of Google Sheets over here. right? Excel, we can again do the same thing. The same thing can be done on Excel also. But Google Sheets are really find easy to use because of the other add-ons that can be added. There will be several features that you can add on to the Google Sheet. So this is a Google Sheet I have created, and on this Google Sheet I am working. Now let us go to the commission formula, commission column over here. Now I want to calculate. You can see that there are certain sales representatives given over here. The date is given, the sales representative is given, the shift is given, the cost price and other things are given. And we are now asked to find out how much commission this sales representative will be getting. And I hope we are all aware that commission is basically based on either the profit percentage that you're bringing for a particular company. So as if I just scroll down, I can see that the maximum profit percentage, I think, is 15%, and other is less. Right. Okay. We have 7% or 17% also. So we have to actually decide either the commission will be given, some formula would be given that if the profit percentage is greater than 10%, then the commission would be 5% of the cost price or 10% of the cost price, something like that. Right. So here basically, since you have already done Excel, you must be knowing that this will be with the help of an if formula. But again, if you think that as a beginner, writing an if formula is a little difficult for you, we can again take the help of ChatGPT. And I can write over here, give Excel formula . Now it is percent or it is directly the commission that we can decide. Calculate per commission. Just a second. I'm so sorry for the disturbance. So I go back to my window. So give Excel formula to calculate the commission based on the role. If profit percentage greater than equal to 10%, so I've arbitrarily decided that if the profit percentage is greater than 10%, the commission will be calculated as 5% of cost price, else 2% of cost price. Okay, so this is arbitrarily whatever formula I have given. It is explaining the formula over here. If profit is greater than equal to 10%, commission is 5%, else commission is 2% of the cost price. So it's explaining also. Now, on the basis of this, they have given a formula over here, but you can see over here that the formula is again calculating the profit first, because A2 minus B2 we already did. That was profit. Yeah. Explanation it's given over here. And A2 minus B2 divided by B2 is basically a profit percentage. So instead of putting this formula here directly again, we can directly replace it with the cell address of the profit percentage, and then we will put this particular formula. So what I do over here is I go over here. I mean, if you want, I can just copy this formula also. So it helps. Copy it from here. Okay. So here I am getting, it is, the formula is written over here. So I just remove it. I do not complicate it. Let us put the cell address of the profit percentage that we have calculated, and profit percentage in this case, in my case, is G4. So I put G4 is greater than equal to, now what is 0.1? 10%. If you divide, it will be 0.1. So it is 0.1. If it is greater than 10%, then what we have to do is 5% of what? The cost price. Now in my case, see, the address is D4. So I just put over here D4, and it is D4 over here, right? Let me just check the is less. So I put the brackets. We know that the brackets have to be balanced. Just a second. Yeah. So it was just a problem of the bracket, and you can see that the commission has been calculated according to the formula. And again, you can autofill. So I have just given you certain examples over here that how we can make use of Chat GPT to know the formulas of Excel also. So this is one basic tool that we use for calculating the formulas in Excel. Right now, I'm just moving away from here because we have already been working on Chat GPT. It's not new to us. I just added on that the same can be used to get the formulas over here. But again, intelligently, we have to see that the cell addresses that we are putting in the formula are correct. Otherwise, we will not get the right answers. Okay. Now we move to the next tool that I will be using. I'll just close this sheet over here, and I'll open another one. So I have got this data set, that is the Titanic data set, and those of you who have done programming, those of you who have done Python programming are aware of this particular data set. It is about the passenger information, those who traveled on the Titanic ship. I'm really not sure whether it is correct one or not, but we are not concerned with that, right? So what I do is I will, since it is a big data set, it's having approximately 800 rows. So I will just reduce the number of rows over here, because bigger the data set, whatever AI tool you will be using, it will take a large amount of time. So here first I'll tell you what tool we'll be using. Along with the Google Sheets, you can add on certain extensions. So I go to this particular extension menu, and you can see that I have some extensions already over here: AI Copilot, AI for Sheets, Gemini, GPT for Sheets and Docs, GPT for Sheets, Docs, Forms, and Slides. All these are available. And if you see, I mean, if I just tell you how to add on, how to use these, how to include it. So what you have to do is you have to go to add-ons menu, click on get add-ons. Okay, and here you have to type what kind of app you're searching for. So if you say GPT for Google Sheet, you can see that it is giving me GPT for Google Sheet is already there. If I select it, right, there is one app which is related to it. If I say, if I don't want to use GPT, if I want to use Gemini, you can search for that also. So see, there are so many options available over here. Translator AI, AI for Sheets, Gemini, Work GPT, and so on. And all these add-ons are initially they are free, so you can try out. Even Copilot for Sheets is there. In fact, I would like to apprise you here that whatever app you're using, you have to simply select it. See, if I say mail merge, it's already there. I'll just select something which is not there. AI for workspace, right? So if I do that, AI for, if I'm selecting this, what it will ask is, the next thing it will ask is, it will give you a install button. So if you say install, it will ask you with which account you want to register this particular app. So I'll have to select the app, select my email ID, the Google email ID that I have. I'll have to select it. And once I do it, again, I'll have to permit that it will be giving me notifications, other things, all these things. So sign in, view and manage documents. You'll have to allow the AI for workspace, right? This is how you have to do it. Once you click on allow, this app gets installed. Now, since I do not want this particular app to be installed in my system, I'm just clicking on cancel. Otherwise, when you just simply click on allow, it will, the app will get installed, and you can see it under the extension menu. Also, please note one thing is that whenever you are installing any add-on in Google Sheet or any of the Google apps, it will give you an error if you have logged in into multiple email IDs. So the first thing that you have to do is, when you're adding, when you want to install an add-on, is to simply log out from all the accounts and use only one login, right, into which you want that particular add-on to be used, right? So these are the steps that you have to follow for adding any add-on to Google Sheets or Docs or Slides, whatever you want, right? So what I do here now is I remove all the extra rows. Because there is a limit, actually. The add-ons that we used are not meant for huge data sets. So this can be applied to smaller data sets, although it does work, but it takes a lot of time. So for demo purpose, I'm removing all these rows so that we can work on the data very quickly using this add-on. And I would suggest that it's not the add-on that I am giving you, I'm telling you. You can try out any of the add-on, whichever you find convenient to use. You can make use of that particular add-on to your system, right? Also, that I have seen that if you have a login of Microsoft 365, now Microsoft 365 is available only for those users who have Microsoft account. So in case if you have Microsoft 365 account, you will be having inbuilt Copilot. And Copilot can be used for analyzing the data in Google Sheets, in Forms, in Docs, in all Google applications. So you do not have to use any extra add-on, right? Even these days, Gemini is available for free for Google Sheets. But again, that has to be your institutional login, and it should be enabled through the admin console. If it is enabled through the console, you will be able to see the logo of Gemini on the upper right column. So let me just remove all these rows. Now I have just 10 rows. Okay. Yeah. 9 rows. That's okay. Perfect. Right. So what I do here is I open my extension, and I will be using AI for Gemini Sheets, for Google Sheets. Now here you can see that there are options of using Gemini formula, full sheet analysis. I'll be showing you both these steps so that it becomes very, very clear to you how to make use of these add-ons. Also, the initial add-on, as I already mentioned, is free, but as you move on, it will allow you 15 to 10 transactions or queries that you can implement using these add-ons for free. And after that, it asks you to upgrade to use all the features of the add-ons, right? So if you think that it is you're getting limited by the number of queries that are allowed in a day, you'll have to purchase it. Okay, so I'll just start with this. So I'll click on use Gemini formula. So it is giving you, see, a sequence of Gemini formulas that are available equal to Gemini. And even if you're using GPT, so the prompt that you have to write, the formulas that you have to write would be equal to GPT. Now, since this is Gemini, so the formula that you get is equal to Gemini, right? So this is what we have. So our concentration would be on equal to Gemini and equal to analysis. Right? I'll be concentrating only on these, and rest you can try on your own. These are very simple to use. So what I am giving over here is equal to Gemini, and I say, see here, since it is a generative AI, it is using large language models, LLMs. It should be very clear that the command is to be given in natural language form. You do not have to write any formula. So I write over here, you'll have to put a double quotes, and I am saying here, count the number of males and females, right? I close it over here, put a comma, and I have to give the range of the data also over here. So range of the data, see, either you can give it this column you can give, and if you want to give the complete range of data set that you have, you can start from A2 and go on to the whatever is the left corner. So what I do is to simplify it, I just give the range of the data over here. See, I say E2 to E10, and I click on enter. See, it is giving me males is equal to 4 and females is equal to 4. This analysis it has done and it is given me, right? And again, if you want to do some other analysis, maybe let's think of something. Total fare, right? Okay. If I ask it to calculate the total fare, what was the total fare paid? So I say equal to Gemini, calculate the total fare. Sorry. And I provide the range. Ab is case mein what I do is here, let me just say what I have a column fare. I can give the range as J2 to J10 as I just gave for counting the number of males and females. Now let's just try to do कि instead of just giving the specific column, अब यहाँ पर AI अगर हम use करें तो अलग से column देने की क्या जरूरत है? हम पूरा का पूरा data भी specify कर सकते हैं. तो if I give A2, this is my starting column, starting cell, it says A2, or let me say A1. I'll just put A1 because it is having the headings also. And from the headings only, the AI tool will be able to find out what which columns are there. And I go on to L10. So L10 is the range. So this is the complete data set. I'm giving the complete range of the data set to this particular command. And I say, enter. See, so it has found this 240.034. This is the value that has been returned by the Gemini. So this kind of simple queries can be given with the help of Gemini, right? If I say Gemini, find the maximum fare. And again, the range I'll give from A2. Now, see, again, it's not always necessary to give the range. In Gemini, it asks you to specify the range. I worked on GPT earlier, but since it was asking for subscription, I left it. In GPT, you do not have to specify the range. It automatically takes the range of the data set that is present in that particular sheet. So that is not to be given over there. So you have to first check how the Gemini command is to be given. So it is saying 71 is the maximum value of the fare. Let us check, see. Yes, it's giving us the correct value. 71 is the correct value returned by Gemini. So these are very simple and basic commands that are returned by Gemini. Let me go to analysis. Now this was about Gemini command, which you can use according to the query that you want to run. Okay. And let me see what analysis it is can be run. So if it is some commands are automatically given over there, analyze the data and identify key patterns and insight. So this is the command that you have to give. So if I just click on this button, sorry. So again, I'm just open it. Okay. Analyze, and I give the range. It is from A1 to L10. That was the range we had. See, now whatever it could understand, it has written over here. Survival disparity by class, higher survival rates in P class, passenger class 1. 2 out of 2. That means people who were in passenger class 1 have survived compared to passenger class 3, 1 out of 5, indicating that all passengers in higher classes had a better chance of survival. Now, this kind of analysis, it is returning to you. So sometimes what happens is, given this particular table, आपके पास इतना टेबल दे रखा है, यहाँ पे केवल मेरे पास 9 रिकॉर्ड्स है, लेकिन अगर आपके पास 800 रिकॉर्ड्स होते, 900 रिकॉर्ड्स होते, so interpreting what the data is saying, trying to analyze, trying to understand, so it becomes very, very difficult. Sometimes even the questions will not come to your mind. कि analysis या interpretation में what things you should look for. So here you can see that it is already helping you to understand the data, right? The second point is gender and survival. Females 4 out of 4 are more likely to survive than males 1 out of 6, suggesting a woman and children first protocol was followed, which was actually done during the time of when the passengers being vacated, right? So this is actually giving you a very good analysis. Age and survival, young passengers show a higher survival rate, implying children were prioritized during evacuation or they could actually escape, right? Fare and survival, higher fares may correlate with higher survivals, potentially linked to class and cable location. So again, this is an analysis that the AI tool has given us. So instead of we are using Gemini formulas. We are using Gemini formulas to find out the maybe standard tendency, max, min, median. All these we are doing, but that we have to think and apply. When there is data, there is huge data, and we want to interpret it in some way. This is where the actual utility of AI tool is coming, right? So this is the type of interpretation that is required by management. If we are working professionals and the data is given to us, it is just given to us, and the higher authorities are waiting for the analysis of data. तो analysis ये नहीं होता कि आप केवल mean, mode, median निकाल के दे दो, ठीक है? आप इसका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आप ग्राफ बना लोगे. अभी मैंने आपको ग्राफ बनाना नहीं सिखाया, राइट? सो यू कैन प्लॉट ग्राफ्स ऑल्सो, बट this is the time, so what analysis command has given you, this is the type of interpretation that the higher management always looks for when they are giving the data to you and saying analyze it, राइट? एनालाइजिंग का मतलब ये वो कभी नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे कि इसमें मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ये थी, मिनिमम वैल्यू ये थी, ये निकाल के दे दो. वो कोई भी निकाल के दे सकता है, उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है हायर मैनेजमेंट के लिए, और आपके लिए भी नहीं है. आप अगर रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, इफ यू आर डूइंग सम काइंड ऑफ रिसर्च, राइट, आइदर यू शुड हैव वेरी क्लियर कट आइडिया ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस दैट यू वांट टू पुट अप, right, and work accordingly. And if you are clueless about what kind of interpretations can be drawn, what kind of questions can be asked, this is where AI tool comes to your help. Finding out key insights. Here we asked for 5 key insights. It has given you a few insights, right? It was not 5, but it was few, sorry. So you can actually now understand the type of analysis the AI tool is giving, and then you can ask for more such insights. You can ask the analysis command to analyze the correlation between 2-3 commands, right? And that is where you will get the proper answer, and that is what is actually helpful for you also, right? So this is the best command that I feel in Gemini, and it is actually present in almost all the AI tools that are integrated with Google Sheet. Even I've worked on with Copilot also. So Copilot also gives you some key insights that you can understand and include in your reports or research. It also gives you graphs. Automatically, it will plot some graphs and give it to you. So let me see if we can plot a graph with the help of Gemini in Google Sheet. So I'm writing Gemini plot if I'm just trying to plot the distribution of male and female, and again, obviously I have to give the range A1 to L10. See, now what happens here, it has given you the complete code. It has given you the code for Python, and this you can run and get the graph. So, which is, I think, not a very good thing in Gemini. Copilot, if you have an access to Microsoft 365, we can make use of Copilot to plot graphs. It will give you graphs over here only. Remember that all these AI tools, whether it is Gemini, it is Claude, whether it is ChatGPT, these are large language models, which are Python, written in Python code. So it will return the Python code. This is actually the code which runs in background and gives you the graph in some of the LLMs that you will be using. So I'll show you how the graphs are generated. I'll be using some other tool and I'll show you how the graphs can be generated, and you can use it for analysis purpose. Because when I'm talking about Excel, the visualization part is the most important part that we should understand. So what I do is I'll be introducing a new tool after this, because this is simply making use of an add-on, and add-ons, all the add-ons are having some limitation, some or the other limitation is there. So I'm introducing another tool which is called Julius AI. See, this is specifically meant for data analysis. When you open this link, it asks you to sign up or log in. So obviously, when you are using the Julius AI to sign up, I'll be continuing with my Gmail. Okay, now again, see, this is the interface, and this is quite similar to what we have with ChatGPT. Okay, so you have a prompt over here where you can start writing and giving the prompts, and you can get the answers. So what I do here, the beauty of Julius AI is you can upload your complete file over here, and that file can be a Google Drive link or it can be an Excel sheet, whatever you want. It can be personal, on your personal OneDrive, SharePoint, wherever you want. So different data sources can be connected with Julius AI. That is the best part what I feel about Julius AI. Right. Now, what are we doing over here? I'm uploading a file, and I have a file of pollutants. This is basically a file that shows the pollutants, air data of one particular center, which is Anand Vihar. And this data I have downloaded from the site of CPCB. So it is available. It is freely available to anybody. So you can download it in the form of a CSV file. And I am trying to analyze the data over here. So this is the table. It is showing me the table. The complete table over here can be seen in this particular window, right? Okay. And you can see that there are certain suggestions that are already coming up. I do not, it is already suggesting based on your data, it is already suggesting what analysis can be done on this particular data. So if I just click on this, I'm not writing my prompt as of now. I'm just clicking on this, and here, how do PM 2.5 levels change plot? So if I say generate plot, see, it is giving me the plot over here. Yeah. So this tool gives you the plot. Okay. And you can try out as many plots as you want. See, it is also telling you that if you want to study the correlation. So I can just click on this. Is there a correlation? So it is trying to study a correlation between temperature and AQI. I click on generating plot. This is the same one. I'll put it on the prompt. That will be better. I am saying plot a correlation heat map between PM 2.5. It is actually having, this data is having all the pollutants. If you just look at this table, you can see timestamp is there because the data is 365 days. So data is given for every day. PM 2.5, 10, NO, NO2, NO, all this is given over here. So it is complete air data that you have. Some data you can see that it is missing. Xylene, xylene is missing, right? Other data is given over here. Now, this particular data you can use for analyzing AQI, class, media pollutants. These are actually which columns which are null, right? So if I say plot a correlation heat map between, let me put it broadly, pollutants would cover almost everything, and AQI. So it's working on it. It also gives you a Python code. So in case if you want to store this Python code and use it some other time, that can also be done. It will take some time. It is still working on the code. And what happens is, see what happens in this particular case is, as it is trying to write the code, sometimes the code will have some error, right? So normally what happens in a Python code is, if you know programming a little bit, you know that if there is some error, it will not plot. It will not, I mean, it will give you, it will stop over there. But here what happens is, once it finds an error, it again retries automatically and tries to remove that error and run the code. So it is doing it automatically in cycle till the code runs and gives you the output.
Ma'am, can we give the commands to, for example, I want like correlation metrics or kind of
Yes, you
different
can
types
give.
of plots? Okay.
Yes, it can.
So
It can.
where?
Here is the
Okay.
prompt. See, the prompt is over here. You have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
write.
Actually, I'm doing simultaneously along with you, so I get straight line plots and all.
Can
That's
you
what
please
I'm
repeat?
asking. Ma'am, actually, simultaneously, I'm doing the same work with you. So I get the some correlation matrix plots between the pollutants. So I just wanted whether for example, I want to change the axis and kind of orientation. So can we adjust all these things?
You'll have to write the prompt very clearly, that when you are plotting, the type of plot you
Okay.
want, and what should be the x-axis, what should be the y-axis, everything you'll have to write.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that is how you will be getting it. See, it is taking a little time, but it is giving you everything. So it took some time and hit it. This is the graph that we have got. Correlation heat map we have got over here. Right? And the beauty of this is you can download it. Whatever graph it is plotting, you can download it as a PNG file. The best part is, so Julius AI is free, but you can see in my screen it is showing 8 free messages remaining. Since I also do not have a subscription to Julius AI, it will allow me only for certain prompts that I can run on Julius AI. And after that, it will ask me to upgrade. But one thing is, for a day, it is saying it has a limit of say 15 messages. I can run 15 today, and maybe whatever I work I have to is remaining, I can do it tomorrow. So it has a daily limit kind of a thing. So in daily limit आपने 15 prompt दिया and you have done for the day today, then maybe when you log in tomorrow it will allow you to run 15 again, right? And sometimes what happens now, these are actually policies, I mean product policies that can change. Today I'm saying that it allows you to run tomorrow also, but it may change because as the product becomes popular they change their policies till how, I mean, because they are more interested in getting subscription. So here it is allowing me to get 8 free messages. I can work on it and give you results. I can whatever I want, I can give it to you over here. So it has summarized it also. You can see that it has summarized it also, and it is giving me prompts also. What would you like to do next? Compute daily, monthly AQI summaries and exceedance days. Identify the top 10 worst days with contributing pollutant. Compare winter and summer patterns. Export a clean CSV file or a PDF report. That is also possible. So if you ask it to give you a CSV file with because you saw that initially the data that I was taking, it had many columns which were missing, empty columns. So if the first thing I'll have to do in a research would be to clean my data, and cleaning my data would mean that I have to remove all the missing values, right? So if I say that generate a new table by removing the columns this, it will give me a new Excel sheet. So if I say remove the columns, the empty columns, say empty columns, create a new CSV file. New downloadable, because I want to use it. It is showing you the code also. The best thing is for programmers, the code is very important. Although the tools are there, but the programmers would always like to know the details of what is going on in the background, right? So it will give you that code also which you can run. And here you have a complete downloadable link from where you can download the CSV file. Now suppose if I download it, let me see whether it has removed the columns or not. The empty columns have been removed or not. So I'm just opening it in front of you. See, this is the file. And if I just go to the right, all the empty columns have been removed. Yeah. So this is what can be done. I'll give you 1 or 2 prompt more because I think I've already exceeded the time of presentation.
Sorry, ma'am, for the interruption. I just wanted to know about the what are the differences between the Julius AI and the Collab, right? Have you used the
Collab is
Collab?
basically Collab is basically a programming platform. Basically, it is a
Yeah.
Python programming platform where you will be writing the code. You cannot actually give it an idea that write a Python code to analyze pollutants and AQI to study the correlation. You cannot give such commands because it is a programming platform. You will have to
Yeah,
write a
ma'am.
code.
Already, it will already generate all these code because I used it. So that's what I'm asking. What are the major differences between the Julius and Collab? So which one is the most suitable for data analysis?
That is what I'm coming to that point only.
Yeah, yeah.
So I emphasize that it is basically a programming platform, right? So whatever you have to write, you have to think about it, and you have to tell it, and then it will do it, right? But in case of Julius AI, it is specifically working on the data, whether it is an Excel format or it is in PDFs also, you can convert and use it. You can, whatever you are generating, whatever analysis you want, the key insights that Collab will not give you. If you talk
Okay,
about
okay.
give
Got
me
got.
main key, the interpretation of data Collab will not give you because it is a programming platform. But if you want key insights, if I write over here, share key insights in the data, that will not come in collab.
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Yeah. So that is the main
Thank you.
difference here. So this is meant for, let's see, now it is for deeper analysis, it is asking me to upgrade. So there are certain things for that cannot be allowed on the freer version, but other things like, see, it is giving you count, mean, mode, median. This is already coming, and we know that this is not of much use when you're doing some kind of research or analysis. This is of no use. We generally want the interpretation to be of data to be given to us, right? Graphs are very important. So graphs can be plotted with the help of Julius AI, right? It will give you some key insights it has given you. Key insights in detail were not given, but overall pollution levels are high, are very, very poor on average, and multiple serious spikes. January, it is talking about January because this is the air data of one particular station, and it was having 365 data for all the pollutants. So January PM 2.5 variability shows frequent spikes and dips indicating episodic pollution levels likely tied to weather and emission patterns. So there are certain insights here also given to you, which you can use in your, if you want to report it in your research, you can easily do over here from here itself. So Julius AI can be used for a deeper analysis of data, where you can download the new Excel file. I mean, it will change your Excel data, and you can download that particular file also. One very big advantage, what I feel of Julius AI is, what comes to my mind is when we're uploading our data, is data privacy. How private is our data? So one very important feature of Julius AI is whatever data you are uploading, it will remain there only for 1 hour. After 1 hour, whatever data you have uploaded, that is automatically deleted. So the data that you're uploading on Julius AI is very, very secure, right? I would always recommend, if you're a researcher, instead of using extensions and GPT, you should switch over to Julius AI and do your data analysis over here. There are many options that you can try and see how it works. I think I just have 5 minutes left. Dr. Savindra, I think
Yes,
we can
yes,
go on
ma'am.
to
Yes,
question
ma'am.
and answers. Yeah,
And it was a hectic day for all the participants because
I
generally
can
we have
understand.
2 hour lecture, but this week and next week they will have to sit for 3 hours. So
In
now
fact, if the participants want, we can have more. I can have more examples that I can share on Julius AI. That I think if you can give me the feedback, or next class I want to continue on AI tools on presentation. But if the participants want a proper example where the analysis, we can have some data and we can analyze it with Julius AI with downloading and everything, please let me know so that I can plan my next lecture accordingly.
okay, okay, ma'am. I will hold a poll on the WhatsApp group so that we can go to know ke what our participant exactly want. So there are I got a question on my personal WhatsApp instead of chat box. Meanwhile, all the participants can write their question in the chat box as well. So the question is that is there any umbrella add-on which can add all the AI? Like instead of individually, is there any umbrella or like one AI which can have all like Ghuriani AI tools? So that in one command we got the response from the different AI. So is it possible also in here in Google Sheet?
See, generally one add-on is sufficient, but which one, I cannot guide you on this because every day a new add-on is coming.
Okay.
When Dr. Savindra called me for the lecture, I was working on GPT for Google Sites. But when I actually started preparing an example so that I could give you a demo, the features I was using 1 month back, they were all gone. In
Oh,
fact, the add-on was itself was not there. So this is basically it is coming like apps are being developed. Add-ons are similar apps that keep coming and going. So if if you want to do permanently something, for if you're a serious researcher and you want to do data analysis, I would always recommend Julius AI, because that is a very good platform. As far as add-ons are concerned, this will help you if you are somewhere stuck somewhere and you want to do use AI here and there just for fun or just for learning. For deeper insights, for deeper analysis, Julius AI is the best,
Okay, ma'am.
because
And
it gives you everything.
okay, the one thing I want to inform you that most of our participants are from biological background.
Okay.
Although we have the participant from all the background, but most of them either the researcher or the student, undergraduate student of botany, zoology, life science from all over India. Yes, we have the participant of mathematics, economics, commerce, but the majority of them are from the biological background, science background. So there is one more question. Do we have to be very case sensitive like in Python and R, where one dot or comma can invalidate our command?
No, 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 not at all. Because when you're using these LLMs, generative AI, you have to give commands in simple English, natural English you have to give. So it doesn't matter whether it is in capital or it is in small case, not at all. Don't have to worry about that.
Okay, ma'am. And yeah, last thing, ma'am, like the data you have shown us in the beginning. So that data or the similar kind of data, can you provide us so that we can work on that?
Sure, sure. I'll definitely share it with Dr. Savinder, and so you can then share it with the participants.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. So these were the question I was keep on getting, but there is no question on here. And ma'am, I want to inform you one thing that we also upload it on the YouTube. The channel is live as well. So in case we got any query on YouTube, we will share it with you as well.
Sure, sure. I
So
can, in fact, I can share my email ID so that the participants, if they want, they can directly mail their questions to me.
okay, okay.
Should I do so in the chat box itself?
Yeah, you can share it with me, ma'am, on WhatsApp. We have a separate WhatsApp group, so it will remain with them. Otherwise, the moment they will close this meeting, that email ID will go on.
Fine, sir. I'll share it with you.
So I think that's it for today. So it's time for vote of thanks, ma'am. And I want to inform all the participants, it was only the half portion of the AI. And the way ma'am explained was very excellent. And even after using my Excel, after delivering the lecture for almost 2 weeks, there were many things which I learned and I'm going to use in my research, in my teaching, all these AI tools because I was totally unaware. I always use the inbuilt co-pilot function and try to find out the meaning. But now today I understand that not only answer, we can also search or we can also find out the what are the possible questions we can generate from our data. So thank you very much. Now it's time for formal vote of thanks. On behalf of the organizing committee, I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to all those who made this event a success. First and foremost, our sincere thanks to our ma'am for gracing the occasion with her presence and sharing such valuable
Thank you.
insight about the artificial intelligence. We are truly honored and looking forward for more such insight in the next week. I extend our deep appreciation to Professor Narendra Singh, whose guidance and constant support made this program possible. To the IQ editor, Professor P.K. Sisodia, and the person of the college, Professor Mukesh Jain. I also acknowledge the constant effort of the convener SDCC, Dr. Saima, and fellow colleagues, Professor Dheeraj Singh, who ensured the smooth conduct of the session. A special thanks to all of you who were registered and engagement. Your presence is what gives us meaning to this course. Last but not the least, thank you all for being with us. Forward to continue learning, collaboration, and success throughout the course. Thank you, everyone. And now you can mark your attendance and leave the meeting. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.